So all you have to do is to go search for it. Okay, just open the first one and download it. So you can download this, the mini conda or conda for any packages that will work. Rest you just go and go for Python installation, so you can take it from here, and based on Windows, MacOS, or any other platform, just take it up. Okay, once you are done with it, you can see a console of Anaconda. Okay, from there you can just launch Jupyter, and you can come here and you can create folders by writing just like create new folder, and then you can just create files inside it like I've created. Okay, so let's say I'm created a file now, so let's create this. Let us name as 20 September. So let me name it as your topic name, today's topic name. So yeah, alright, so this is what we are going to discuss today. So first of all, we would be talking about tokens. Anyone who can tell me what are tokens in programming language? Yes, क्या होता है tokens? बताओ कोई जल्दी से. Okay, so basically if we just define it theoretically, so we can say the tokens are basically the smallest, we can say the lexical unit of any programming language. Okay, let it not be only Python, let it be C, C++, Java, whatever you're taking in. They are considered as to be the smallest or lexical unit of any programming language. Okay, so if you write a line of a code, you will be having some tokens inside. Without tokens, you can't write any kind of thing. Any programming language, any code is not complete without any tokens. So it is basically the smallest unit of a programming language. Okay, if it's required, I'll just write tokens are where I have meant the smallest or lexical unit in a programming language. Okay, right? Okay, next is how many tokens are there. That like if we have tokens, how many tokens we have. So I would be just printing the tokens what we have. If anyone knows how many, like we have 5 tokens, if you can just tell me what are the token names.
The keywords, identifiers, operators, literals, and separators.
Alright, I'll just make it like this. Keywords, identifiers I heard, then operators also I heard. Yeah, any more?
Literals.
And
Separators.
punctuators.
Yes, sir. Separators.
Separators, punctuators, yeah, you can make it same thing. They work at same. So you have दोनों same ही है, बस name is different. So keywords, identifiers, operators, literals, and punctuators. These are the 5 important, you can say, units which is used in any programming language. Okay, so let's just discuss one by one. How many keywords we have in Python? Yeah, Okay, just quick quizzes now. So reserved, what are keywords called?
Reserved words.
Reserved words, right? Or we say has to be predefined words or predefined, you can say predefined words itself, predefined words in a programming language. Okay, right? So you can have one thing is you can write help, and you can write here keywords, so you can see all the keywords, or else I think just by using help also you can get it. So this is one thing you can get all the keyword names. The other thing is you can import keyword, and you can print a keyword dot kw list to see the list of the same keywords. Okay, this is in a tabular format, you can say, like it is coming in some kind of tables. Next you can see is coming in kind of a list, the same thing is there. So you want to check the number, you can just go through it, like this is 4 and this is 9, so it become 36, and this is one less, so 35 you can just say. Or else you can just have a length of, so I'll just write a comment for calculating you should write it as sequence, calculating length of any sequence. We use len function, right? So let's suppose we write length of, what is our sequence here, keywords dot kw list, right? So it becomes 35. Okay, this is one thing. Now suppose if I say find whether hello world is a keyword or not. Yeah, anyone can tell me how you can find it out? Batao. If you have been given a word, so my word is hello world. Okay, how we are gonna identify whether this is a keyword or not a keyword? बताइए.
सारे कीवर्ड सर लोअर केस में लिखे जाते हैं.
हाँ,
लोअर केस में से फर्स्ट फर्स्ट सेलेक्ट करें सर.
नहीं वो तो ठीक है,
कीवर्ड फंक्शन
कुछ तो ऐसा यूज करना होगा. हाँ, लॉकिंग कुछ बोल रहे थे आप, बताओ.
इस कीवर्ड फंक्शन वी कैन यूज
इस कीवर्ड फंक्शन, हाँ, yes,
कीवर्ड और नॉट,
right, okay. So what we can do is we can use a function which is there in keyword module what we have imported. So kw list we have used is keyword. What is this? This actually checks whether that whatever thing you are writing x, it contains y or not. Like it checks for y is there in x or not. Okay, so that is a simple thing. So just check it out. So keyword is keyword, so we're gonna write it like this word, and you will be getting whether the answer is true or false, right? So this word is not a keyword, however we know that it is not a keyword. So suppose if I write it like in, so it is a keyword, but if I make it like this, it is not a keyword, right? Because it does not belongs in the list of the keywords given. Okay, so in just becomes true, and We just go for the same thing for the word. You get this as false. Right. Okay. Next is, okay, keyword is done. Next we go and go with the identifiers or literals. Okay. So what are literals?
So literals are the raw data.
Something like constants, we can say.
Any fixed value which we given in variables.
Constants or fixed values, right? Okay. In short, you write it as numbers. Huh? Okay. So this is done. All right. So example of literals can be, one more thing is there's string literals. You know about string literals? There are string literals too. कैसे? Like 23, you know, it is number, but it is inside a string, but it can act as like a number. Remember, I think Senpai library, I have shown you some of the numbers which is getting converted in mathematical terms. Yeah, there. I think in the last differentiation integration, some basic problems. We put some numbers, something inside the string, and then got mathematical calculation done. So string literals. Okay. The rest you can just write like this: 23, 45, 46. These are literals actually. Okay. Fine. Next we come to operators. Quick. Or let's just go with the identifiers. What are identifiers, guys? Variables, we say.
Yes, sir.
Names given to the what you can say, names given to the variables, or just names given to the word for identification.
Names given to the literals.
Literals. You can write literals as well. Names, if we get defining in names as to literals part, yeah, that is also better. Chalo, that is also you can do. What it is going on. Literals, okay. So let's see some example of it, like x equals 56. X is a literal, identifier. I equals minus 56 divided by 3, and so on. A lot of things can be done. So if we just check on x and I, we get some values. So just simple literal examples. Okay. Next we come operators. How many operators we have? And why they are used? For having some calculations, not only calculations, performing some operations.
7 arithmetic operators in Python.
Computations, 7
arithmetic operators.
नाम बताओ.
Addition. Wait, sir.
You are going in the arithmetic operators.
Yes, sir.
है ना? So just like देखो, it's very simple to understand. All of basic mathematical calculations like add, minus, plus, divide and all those comes in the arithmetic operators.
Yes, sir.
After that, when we talk about true and false, those are Boolean operators, right? When we compare anything like less than, equals than, greater than and all, those are comparison operators. Okay. Or you also say sometimes as relational operators. somewhere, change the names and
Assignment of.
there are assignment operators. So if instead of writing x equals to x plus 5, we can just write x plus equals to 5, right? We'll see those things anyways. So in today's concept, you have what operators? You have operators in Python, and you have arithmetic operators and variables in Python. Okay, great, fine. So we'll be going with the arithmetic one. So let me just write it down, what all operators you have. So it's arithmetic, okay, assignment, logical, relational. Logical operators are also there. We'll talk about all those later. Bitwise, membership operator, identity operator, comparison we have never written bitwise. Anything we are missing out?
Ternary operator.
Huh?
Conditional.
Conditional. What are conditional operators?
A ternary operator.
अरे what is logical? Logical में तो आपका आ जाएगा and or and not, ठीक है? Relational में will get all those greater than, less than, all. This is assignment plus equals to. This is basic arithmetic operators. This will be having you the shift-wise or bit-wise operators. Membership will be in and not in. Identity will be is and not is. This will be true and false. What next we are living?
So he's talking about ternary operator.
Ternary operators. That is not very much used in it, so you can just skip that one. So this is highly used. You can also use that, but not widely actually. So there is a relation between the arithmetic and assignment operator. Very simple. That what all the arithmetic operators you have studied, you just have to assign an equals to with that, and you will be getting in that. Okay. So just 1 minute. Let me bring it here. If it comes, I believe it might be. Yeah. So assignment, comparison, logical threads. Well, length we have covered today only. That's fine. So let's have a bit of concepts on variables in Python. How you can manipulate variables. Work with some simple variables. So let's just say how you should write. We are gonna work on namings. Or it is also called something called as name conventions. What to use, what not to use. Okay, just a moment, I'll show you. Where is the slide? Let's just go to the slide and we'll check it there. Okay, so let's see this. Are you able to see the slide? No. Okay. स्लाइड दिख रही है?
Yes, sir.
ठीक है.
Yes.
सो अरिथमेटिक ऑपरेटर्स तो यही हैं जो आपके यहाँ पे यूज आएंगे, और दैट इज़ फाइन, विल गो थ्रू variables and data types. Will just having an overview quickly. So like there are some name conventions we say. Okay, so variable is like simple variables we have been learning in mathematics, x equals to 5, x plus 2 equals to 7, simple. All right, so those are simple uh, mathematics variable only. Okay, so why like we use that to hold some values? It can be a number, it can be any other data type of Python. Okay, so it is just used to store some values. Okay, some value you need to store, you store it in the variable. So when you assign values there are some you can say methods how you can store the values, or how you can name the particular variable. Okay, so let's just see the methods how you can go. So this is name restrictions or name conventions, whatever you say. Okay, so variables in Python must start with a underscore, or normally like how you write it, lowercase, uppercase, it doesn't not matters, right? So you can just write that, but yeah, it cannot use any special cases like can't use a dot because that makes it a class. Okay, it is not a variable anymore there. Next, you can't put any number in the beginning, writing before that, right? So okay, and the things what you use are actually case sensitive. The variables like small x is not equals to capital X, so that is also has to be kept in mind. Okay, this cat is not equals to this cat is not equals to this cat, right? So these things has to be kept. Okay, there are some things like this. Then name conventions, we say no, if you are writing everything in small and just putting it inside underscore and all those are called as a snake case. Those are called underscores between the words. Now in most of the variables, like you see the keywords, those are all in lower cases, right? So those are the, you can say, the simple lowercase variables. Okay, they are just of like different methods, nothing very hard to know. Okay, then most variables go with some capital snake case, where every of the letters are just capital underscore. You might see all these patterns in Instagram user IDs of your friends, next you can just put some constant like pi, or let it be mu, sigma values and all, so those are constants. Okay, then upper camel case, that means only first letter is going to be capitalized, and it is basically refers to class, to understand functions and to understand the classes values. Okay, so we'll discuss more on that later. Then variables that start and end with two underscores are called dunder or double underscores. Okay, so you can see no touchy like that. So you'll find most of the Instagram users having a name with this double underscores method. Okay, so you can see a variable can be assigned to a variable like Python is awesome equals to 100. Then it can be reassigned anytime. You can just see that just another variable is I have assigned as Python is awesome. Then Python awesome is equals to 1337. And you can have a multi-assignment variables as well, like you can assign variables, a lot of variables at a time, different methods. I'll show you. Okay, so let's just go and make it. And next we have numbers, three different type of numbers in Python. Okay, one is your integer, second is a float, and third is complex number, which is I think we discussed yesterday, that is in the form of a plus bj, where your a is the real part and b is the imaginary part, and that is where j is, you can say it's imaginary part itself. Okay, so integers will be completely whole numbers, and float is going to be the rational numbers. So float must have a decimal point. Okay, that's the basic thing. Okay, so let's proceed. So arithmetic operators, we have all these what you can see on the screen, like it's plus, minus, multiplication. Okay, and divide, then integer division, modulo, exponentiation. Okay, all those. So we'll just go through and have an understanding of what is the basic difference between these operators and how they're used. Okay, so Rest I think is data type, which you're gonna close dynamic typing. When you go letters, strings tomorrow, data private. Yeah, okay, fine. So these are different data types in Python. We'll be discussing one by one. So the integers, floats, and boolean is only true and false. We're gonna see this quickly. Okay. So let's go back. So let's come back to the variables part. Name conventions, I think, as you have seen. Okay, so I'm not writing it. Okay, so there we have a example like Python is awesome something 100, then just another variable and I'll just write it. Multi-assignment of variables. Multi-assignment of variables like A, B, assign 5, 10. Next we have C equals to 15, D equals to 20, and anything more you can just go on assigning, and that's fine. I think this is okay. So let me just go and print all those things. So suppose if I if I change it to Python is awesome plus just another variable. Okay, this is one-sided printing. Next is A plus B, second is C minus D. Let me just print it. So what you can see is Python is awesome plus just another variable. This is 100, this is also 100, and there's going to be 200. A plus B, that's 10 plus 5, 15, and you can see C and D. You can just, this is multi assignment, we say, okay. So this is, I think, is very clear to you, maybe. All right, yeah, any doubts in this thing? I guess no. So yeah, any problems?
No, sir.
Thank you. So we have integers, floats. Let me just mention it. I'll just say it as whole numbers. Next we have float. What we say, not rational, real numbers. This way someone say rational. Complex is there. Yeah, this is great. Okay, so these are the things. If I print this, okay. Next is, so suppose let's see some examples of integers. This is their data type, that is int. Okay, so D is equals to 56, G equals to 87 minus 4, 100, H equals 0 point, no, not 0. Okay, let it be D and G. So this is integers. I'm gonna write so yeah, we have a error here. So you can see our D and G have been printed as integers. Okay, for example of this. Next, I'll just hold on for this and we'll update it here itself. So just minor change. Oh, okay. And you can just have something like this as also 3 by 4. There is also a float value, okay, something to the power of something. If you just go, that is also can be done. Well, let's see on complex. So complex numbers, no, yes, complex me you can have, it's 5j. Okay, so I'm just okay, writing it in yeah, so just writing in the form of complex numbers like a plus bj. Okay, let's see this. Just check it the output. Yeah, so you can see 56.5 minus 3j, so it is kept as 56.5 minus 3j. Next, that is 3j is your that particular part of imaginary. Okay, next, as you can see, it's 837 minus 400.3j, so it is 87 minus 400.3j only. Okay, so it is not taking 87 minus 400, so you have to be very much sure in understanding all these. So it's not 87 minus 400 and then 0.3j over there. Okay,
If I get only the imaginary part, then
mm-hmm.
so the part then imaginary part will be zero by itself.
Can you speak louder once?
Like I put EI is equal to 56.5, and what will be the output?
56.5, then